So, tell me, how are you? I hope you are well. I am, and I'm not. Well, I'm well, but am I okay? No. And I am, but no. If I'm being honest, I keep oscillating somewhere in between, but overall, I know that everything is okay and I will be okay. And yeah, but I seem to forget that quite often throughout the day and in the middle of the night. So, okay, I should probably explain this angle. I ordered 2 new tripods yesterday because I cannot stand my other one. I do like it. Okay, I'm all over the place. That's just gonna be the way it is. So I like my current tripod more than these 2 new tripods that I ordered. These 2 new ones are going back, and I'm gonna have to find a replacement. But yeah, there's some issues I don't like about my other tripod. I don't like the fact that the legs are in the way when I try to do a top-down view. The leg is in the way. That is annoying. I don't want the legs to be in the way. And then it has a screw at the top for where you place the phone, and the screw keeps coming out, and I'm annoyed. And also, there are other things that it has its limitations, but it has held me down. It was a very good investment. I think it was like less than $20. Might have been like 17. And I got a wonderful remote control out of it. I love the remote. I do often lose it. The cool thing about these other 2 tripods that I ordered is they come with remotes. So if I were to keep these, I'd have 3 remotes on hand. So if I lose a remote, I have replacements. But I'm not keeping these. I can't stand them. Also, I'm using one of the new tripods and it keeps toppling over. So I have clearly given up, hence why we are having this very intimate chat at the moment at this possibly very awkward angle. I don't even know what that's, I don't know, I don't know how to compensate for that. I'm sorry. You may never watch this, so it's okay. I felt like I just needed to get on and say something because I'm watching YouTube, and every time I watch someone do like a vlog, it makes me want to vlog. And yet I haven't vlogged because I feel like I don't really have anything good to say or nothing that I want other people to hear in a way. And yet I do want to talk, but I don't know where to begin. I just know that I'm okay, but I'm not. And I don't know how many people are aware that I'm just not okay, because I don't go around saying, yeah, I'm not okay. I usually say, oh, I'm fabulous, or I'm wonderful, or I'm amazing, or everything's great, or yeah, we're good, I'm alive, we're here. And all of those are true, but there are fractions of the day where I am just not okay. And these fractions, I'm not enjoying the fractions, and I'm not enjoying when they're occurring, especially since I keep waking up around last night I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was very much not okay until 6 when I went back to sleep. Yeah, I'm not okay with that. But I got out the house today and also took Liam, and we went and hung out. And it's hard, because I need my ice. Give me a minute. Because he can very much be a homebody. He's very social. Once you get him into a social atmosphere or he's engaging with someone, but to get him out of the house and go somewhere. Like, it is just, it's hard. You know, he wants to know why. He's moaning, he's complaining. He needs to know what we're doing and how and where and who and like all the details. And I'm like, I don't have the details. We're just going to go find out. And sometimes he doesn't even want to do the things that I'm mentioning. But I know that once we just go and do the things, he's going to have a great time. But it's just hard getting to that point, and especially when I'm in a place where it's hard to motivate myself, and now I have to motivate someone else when I'm unmotivated. It's just, it's hard. It's harder than I want it to be. And then also not having a lot of sleep, a little more testy. So it's just, yeah. But we made it out, and it got better, and I was glad we got out. Like, just, you know, like I need that, and I needed that. So I'm glad that I did that. So I am better for now. I'm hoping that I can sleep tonight and all will be well. I hear you saying, well, why aren't you okay? What's going on? And maybe you're not, but in my head that question is arising, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I know, but yet I don't know. Like, I think I know, but I don't know if this is truly it. I feel like I suspect, let me start there. I suspect I'm having a difficult time dealing with where I am right now. And I don't even know how to articulate it. I'll try. So the journals. Okay, the journals, let me just say, the journals, it's more than just the journals. It's envelopes, journals. What am I missing? Notebooks. No, not notebooks. Envelopes, journals. I'm missing something. I don't remember. See? Yeah, that's kind of where I am. Actually, it's more than just those three things, but it stems from this one main design that I use in different ways. And so in my previous video, I had mentioned I've been having difficulties with print shops and trying to get die cuts made and figuring out what route to take. And I found a print shop, a local one, and the owner or woman that works there, she has just been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just absolutely amazing. And so the latest thing that has happened is I think mainly she, she hit a snag with the design. I think it's more like a we issue, but yeah, anyway. And so to mitigate the issue, I just kind of like went back to the previous design, and now I need to articulate that to her, and I haven't articulated that to her. I was supposed to have visited her like a week and some days ago, and I haven't gone in yet. I was going to do that today, and I didn't. So now I think I'm mentally, emotionally, and physically ready to go in there and just chat. Like, I also had difficulty just asking for help. So I think my approach is to just go in and be like, okay, I need help. What do I need to do to help you help me? Because we're going back to the original. We don't need to account for the string, like I'm moving the placement of the string, and that's fine, you know, like that's easy and simple. So hopefully once I say that, she knows exactly what to do, and I had just been creating a bigger issue out of it than it really needed to be. So I'm hoping that's the case and we can just move on from this. But I think it's that this process has been taking so long, and it's kind of this whole, like handing it off to someone and waiting for them to do what they need to do, and then I receive it, and then there are things that I need to do, and it's just this like handing off and back and forth. And so there's this period of waiting, and I'm just waiting and waiting, but while I'm waiting, I'm doing other things, and mainly I'm sewing. So we were doing like outings and stuff, but now I'm just I don't know. All of like wherever I am in the moment is just taking a toll on me, and outings and whatever. It's just, I'm not into it. I really want to be like I need to be out. But yeah. So slightly good news. I have. I want to say like inadvertently or accidentally, but if I really think about it, there's no accident. Like, this is what I wanted for a very long time, and it's here now. Like, I'm doing it, it's happening. Yeah, I am learning how to sew, and I'm pretty good at it. Okay, I shouldn't say like I'm learning how to sew. I am improving upon my sewing. I actually made this. This is a dress. You can't quite tell. I ran out of buttons. So I've just been wearing it as this is not a very flattering angle, by the way, but I am going to make a video showing the different outfits and things that I've made, and I've learned so much, and I'm so excited about it. Yeah, I'm just, oh man, but I really wish that I could just sit down, cut out a pattern, lay it out on some fabric, just cut and quickly sew it up. And I'm not there yet. I've been ordering patterns and using these patterns, but I've had to manipulate these patterns and learn what manipulations I need to make. So for instance, this comes from, I think it's the Hana, yeah. Oh, and I've also been organizing and decluttering and in the preparation of moving. I'm ready to move, I'm ready. So I'm like, I don't know where I'm going yet or when or how or any of those details, but I'm preparing. So I've been organizing, so I started putting my sewing patterns in envelopes and like gluing on. You get it. So this, okay, so I made this first, and then what I'm wearing right now is the dress version. So what I realized so first I made the tank, and what was cool about this is that when I made it, it was my first time doing a placket and sewing on buttons with the sewing machine, and also making buttonholes, and I'm very proud of myself. So I've just been trying a bunch of new techniques, and man, so I'm really proud of myself. I have made leaps and bounds, and I am less intimidated by a lot of projects, but it hasn't been fun in as many ways as I would want it to be. Like, it's rewarding in the end, but it's just every new article that I sew is just a whole new level of challenge, and for some reason I'm still here for it. I'm like, I'm going somewhere, I'm headed in a direction, and I don't know why, but I feel like it's going to pay off intensely. So what I learned from making this is that the bust dart is way too high on the pattern. So for when I made the dress, I lowered it, and now it's in an appropriate place. I like it. It fits better. And I didn't finish this. I did afterwards, after I sewed it and it started fraying. But this one, I did actually finish the inside. I was just so anxious. Like, I wanted to wear something. So it's already started fraying here. So I'm going to change this. Or not. Well, yeah, I guess change. So let me back up. My plan, maybe I should change this angle. So you don't hate me for life. Okay. See, this thing, it's not any better. It's just, oh man. I'm trying. I really am. Yeah. You can see why I'm returning it. But I felt like that was just a more flattering angle when oh, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to create some sort of patchwork detail here. So I've been learning to do some slow stitching, or at least I think that's what they call it. I'm sure it has other names as well, but yeah, so here's an example. This is some scrap fabric that I've been practicing on, and so I want to do some stitching techniques like this. I also want to create my own artwork on the fabric, so I eventually want to have fabric printed, but in the meantime, like, I can just draw on the fabric. So I specifically bought some markers to do that, and Liam, my son, he's been loving the markers. They're acrylic paint markers, so yeah, it just, when he's coloring, everything just looks smooth and it's quick and easy. So that's been great. We're enjoying that very much. But yeah, so I'm going to wash this and see how it performs. Oh no. Anyway, I was trying not to pull this off the needle. Oh well. So yeah, so I'm going to do some sort of detail. Oh, my plan. See, all over the place. That's just how it goes. So my plan with these items is to just pick a starting point and sew them and wear them, and essentially each time I wear them, or somewhere in that manner, I will keep making changes to the garment. So now I'm going to be fixing this, so that's going to add a new detail to it. So in essence, I'm creating a whole new outfit, a whole new look. And same with this. Eventually, this might actually turn into a full dress. Or I might add sleeves to it and just turn it into like a light jacket of sorts. I have a blazer that I'm planning on sewing next. I just cut out a pattern for a button up. I call them button down. I'm used to hearing button down shirt, button down, but apparently button up is like a whole thing now, or has always been a thing. I don't know, maybe it's like region specific, I don't know. But the pattern says button up, and it's actually by the same person that made this pattern. It's by Pattern Scout. So I'm hoping that since I am comfortable, or I feel like I'm comfortable with her Hana pattern, that her Byrdie pattern will be very similar, and I can make similar adjustments and it should be fine. We'll find out. So I do know that, I think I do. I have to double check. I suspect that I have to adjust the bust dart on there. I'm going to sew everything up, and then I'll figure out what additional changes I want to make. Something else I have discovered is that I really like the cut of my shirts to be very close to my neck. So I have adjusted this. I put a dart in the neck. Eventually I want to see what it's like to do a shoulder dart, because that's also possible. I learned that too. So, but this is what it looks like. I just did a dart down the middle. I don't know. I mean, it works. I don't know if it's the most flattering. It doesn't look terrible. But yeah, I prefer when it's closer versus it being like out here. I like that on me. So I'm happy about that. My clothes look good on me, the ones that I make. And I also made shorts for the first time. No, that's not true. It wasn't the first time, but this is the first time they've looked this good, which means I'm getting better. Yeah, I'm getting better. So this was from a pattern, and man, I'm gonna do a whole video on the different things that I've made and just things that have come about in the past couple weeks. I found a new fabric store, new to me. I think he said they've been open for like a year, but it's less than 10 minutes away from me. It's actually closer than Joann's. I don't even like going to Joann's any longer. It's just so dirty in there, and they don't have a great selection. I love that Joann exists. I love that. But they don't really have what I'm looking for, or everything that I'm looking for, especially when it comes to fabrics and the blends of fabrics or types of fabrics. So yeah, but this place, they specialize in stretch, like spandex, lycra fabrics, and yeah, it's just amazing. So that's been cool. yeah, I guess okay, now that I'm recording, I feel better. I feel like I'm getting back into the flow and into the groove of things. I'm excited for tomorrow. I feel like I have so much to do tomorrow. I need to go grocery shopping. I don't feel like doing that right now. Yeah, I need to go grocery shopping. I need gas. I need groceries. I need to stop by the print shop. Yeah, a lot of things need to happen, but I'm okay with that. I feel good about it. Anyway, I think I'm done for now. Yeah, I'm done for now. So, recap. I'm okay. I'm not okay, but I'm okay. Everything's working out. It's all beautiful and amazing. I just frequently forget. I will explain. Yeah, I have a way. I might explain that. I might not. I might not. I don't know how to end this. Yeah, my point is, I'm doing a lot of sewing. I have a lot of sewing projects to share with you. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm becoming a dedicated sewing vlogger of sorts, but yeah, my channel will mention a lot of sewing because at the moment, that is what I'm obsessed with. That is what I am doing. I am self-taught, and I love this process and method. I would genuinely love to go back to school to learn specific things, but at the moment, I'm finding a way to learn all the things that I want to learn and to explore and try all of it. So, and sewing is a very expensive hobby, so I feel like whatever I'm spending on materials and the time that I'm dedicating to all of these things, it's practically the same as just paying for a university. I mean, it's not the same. I'm saving money. It's totally not the same experience or the same environment, that's for sure. I think that's also partly where I'm having some difficulty because I am doing all of this alone. Yeah, I do need to think about that. I have been thinking a lot about that actually. But yeah, I'm excited to share this because a lot of it is also reflected in the work that I do, in the journals that I make, in because I mix textiles. I use paper, I use fabric, I use threads, a whole combination of that, and eventually I will share all of those things with you. I'm still getting organized. It's not all over the place. I just don't remember where I put it. Yeah, I have so many different versions of my projects and like variations of my projects, and I like to move on from things. I don't like to do just one thing for a very long time, and that's also where my energy is kind of waning around the journal / envelope die cut situation, because I'm like, I'm ready to move on, but at the same time I'm also really looking forward to receiving them, because there are some ideas and things that I want to explore, but I need to have those pieces in front of me to be able to do that. I'm very do you know what that means? I feel like I've done that many times, and I feel like someone knows what that means. It's a learning style. I don't remember what they call that. Is that? I feel like it starts with a K. Kinetic, kines, something. But I'm visual, and while I can see things, actually, this is what I've really been loving. I see things in my head of what I want to do or what I'm interested in, and then those things will pop up. So like an idea, which is also part of the reason why I keep waking up in the middle of the night and then I'm up until like 6 o'clock in the morning, because I just start researching, and I'm just like, oh, well, let's see what the universe is going to bring me now, or YouTube or whatever. I feel like, all of these things are connected. Also, I do have a theory. Okay, when it comes to like the internet and algorithms and blah, 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 I really don't think that Google or YouTube or all these different people or whatever, that they've kind of created this thing. I think it's this phenomena that just sort of exists, and they're just riding the wave of it. There's this phrase called name it to claim it, and it's kind of like if you notice a trend or notice something or like a theme or idea or whatever, and you present it or call it your own, or you give it a name, then suddenly like you now own it. You become, like, in the eyes of others, you are seen as the authority on it or the owner of it. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like Columbus. You know, he came to America and he's like, oh, I discovered this place. So now, like, I don't know. I'm not explaining it well, but I think some of you might get the point of this. So I don't know. I do find it interesting. I think it is a bit of a double-edged sword, but I love that, you know, things that might be in my mind or might be in other people's minds, like it's an interesting connection. So yeah, it's been an interesting week also. Oh my God, I do have a lot to share. Once I start, I just like to keep going, but I'm going to save that for other videos. My dreams. I've been having the most incredible dreams, and really interesting things have been happening. For instance, which I think is normal. I think this happens to a lot of people, you know, like where you think of someone that you haven't thought of in forever, haven't spoken to in forever, and then all of a sudden you hear from them. That did actually, yeah, that happens all the time. But recently, or like a couple weeks ago, a previous client of mine, she's been on my mind, and I've been wanting to like reach out or like Google her or just like find out something, but I don't know. So in my mind, I was like, okay, well, this will be interesting. Let's see how we reconnect or how I hear from her or just something. And then I heard from her. So that was cool. And apparently she had really lovely things to say about me to someone, and that's why she contacted. She like sent me a message. She's like, I don't remember the exact message, but it was along the lines of like, I just told someone how amazing you are. I was like, oh, I love that. And then yesterday, I thought of someone that I haven't seen or spoken to in years, and I thought like, oh, let me go on Facebook and see what he's up to, but I just decided not to. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that, and I'll get into why I don't like doing that some other time. But then today, while Liam and I were out, I saw his sister, and like his sister and I don't think we've ever met. If we have, I don't remember. But I don't think we've ever met. No, I don't think we have. She used to be on a reality show, and and I mean, she's very recognizable. She has very distinct features. She and her brother share very similar features. She's very beautiful. He's very beautiful. But yeah, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. And anyway, I was like, oh, of course, that makes sense. Because I was like, no wonder he popped into my mind, you know, just that kind of like, that connection. Same thing happens with my lawn guy, you know, like, he doesn't really answer calls or voice messages, and he doesn't really call or leave messages or send. He just kind of shows up, and I can usually tell when he's coming because that's when I think about him, or I don't know. It's a whole weird thing, which I'm surprised he hasn't showed up because lately he has been on my mind. So maybe we're just running behind. I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. I should probably check. I keep saying I'm gonna get off, but I'm enjoying this. I like this. This is nice. So thank you if you're listening, and okay, I'm gonna go.